People who tell me they grew up with a brother is always a weird topic for me, because as a boy in a little boyhood, you just think having a brother is a major key factor that leads you to be a better man. Every fight, every argument, every piece of knowledge or advice for a boy to have coming from a brother that could possibly lead you towards to be a better man and a better life. But for me, sadly, I have a little sister. Fuck. And growing up, it was hard to get in a fight with my sister because I couldn't hit girls because it was illegal. My dad never gave me a proper reason. He just told me if I ever hit my sister, it's the big black belt of death. So whenever me and my sister would get into a fight, she would always have the bigger advantage and win the fights. And we would fight consistently, bro. Like, there was a time she almost broke my hand, that's one story. There was a time she almost knocked my eye out, that's another story. And since she's a girl I couldn't hit back, she would constantly get away with every one of those things. And out of all those times, I knew there would be a day that I would snap. And trust me, I did. The story takes place when we used to live in our old house, and I was around 9 and my sister was like 7. And just like your normal, average, run-of-the-mill siblings, we would argue. Constantly. And honestly, we argued so much that I couldn't even tell you what we argued about in this story. I just knew it was over something stupid, like she took one of my DS games without asking. Teach me how to get freaking Luigi, bro. Nah, man, nah. You took one of my games without asking. I ain't gotta tell you nothing. We just kept on barking and barking at each other until our mom comes into our room with blood red eyes and said, "Hey, you two calm your butts down right now. We ain't got time for that, you hear? Elijah, you go to your room, and Mahalia, you stay in yours." We went into each other's rooms. I was still mad because my sister still had my DS game, and keep in mind, that was the only DS game that I had and that I actually played. So being sent to my room with her playing with my game, I felt defeated. I felt like I just lost a big fight. I felt more defeated than EDP getting a cupcake. I was so mad. I felt the blood boil on top of my face. It was at that moment I had enough. I quickly got up, walked right back to my sister's room. She's giving me her scared face. And keep in mind, I did not hit her. I just simply took her DS and took my game back, headed straight to the door, and then she just slapped me across the face. Give me the game back. You're not supposed to have it. What do you mean? It's my game. If anything, you weren't supposed to have it. And we just went back to arguing. But this time, my sister pushes me and took my game back. And I felt a power. A certain power. A type of power only Chris Brown felt. And it was at that moment I knew I was about to wash her. I sprinted into action and my sister looks at me and I straight punched her across the face and I took the game and started running, but before I could even make out the door, my sister charged and put me across the floor to try to take it back, but I held her so tight to the point where you can't even get to it. So in furious anger, she just started beating my ish. Okay, not really, she's like 7, so it's more like many small slaps on my shoulder, but it's the principle, she still hit me. So I just went to straight up beast mode, looked back at my sister, lifted up my leg, and I straight up kicked her off me and hightailed out of there and ran as far as towards the stairs, which is literally like 20 feet away from my room. I stopped for a minute to catch my breath to think of things to say to my mom so she wouldn't absolutely fold me, and as soon as I finally caught my breath, I stood up, calmed down, and then, poof! This girl just pushed me off the stairs! I remember it vividly. No cap, I was straight soaring down the flights of stairs. I remember just looking back at my sister for a split second, and I saw her with the most demonized smile on her face, acting like she'd do this, like she fully completed every one of her life's goals. I was just flying down the stairs so fast, I might as well crash the Twin Towers. After I dialed life alert, I closed my eyes, getting ready for impact, and then, oomph! You wanna know what's crazy about this though? I opened my eyes, and I was looking at the ceiling, and I was all like, that's it? Like, I was completely unfazed by that should have been a traumatic event. Like, I don't even think you understand. I just fell down 30 steps worth of stairs in breakneck speed. It was left untouched. Like, no broken arm, no broken leg. I was just laying there looking stupid. I got up quicker than a Bill Cosby victim. I look back up at my sister and I see her looking down at me and just walking away like she's some movie villain. And like your normal average 9-year-old kid who would get attacked by their own sibling, instantly ran to my mom and snitched like no other. Mom, I hear you pushed me down the stairs. What? My mom was just giving a confused look on her face like she was thinking of what the heck was wrong with me because remember, I wasn't exactly hurt nor shown any part of damage on my body, so my mom was all like, so what's the prob? She pushed me down the stairs. Are you hurt? Well, no, but so again, what's the problem? I looked at my mom and she looked at me and just went right back to my room. And like always, my sister will always come out on top, and I leaving with pain inside. At least I got my game though.